Since really the start of his time in music, he always had this cult fan base surrounding him. He always had people that loved his music. But on the other side of that is a man that loves going to jail. I swear, like once a year, you gonna hear about Youngboy going to jail. See, Youngboy, he is full of potential, but him going to jail is ruining his career. But recently, it's been getting worse, and we don't know what's finna happen this time. He just had a court date where fans was getting on the Zoom meeting, screaming at the judge, telling him to free Youngboy. But Youngboy run-ins with the law go back years. Back when he was about 15, he was facing time in jail. 2015, Youngboy caught his first charge. He was
Bro, I feel like he gonna get back out, but bro, 4 years. This nigga been on house arrest since what, 2020, 2021? Bro, being on house arrest that long is crazy, dog. Crazy for anybody. At that point, if you're gonna have someone on house arrest 3, 4 years, bro, just go and send them to jail, dog, for real. But I mean, it's good and bad at the same time because you just sitting up in the house all day. You can't go nowhere but outside your house, inside your house, outside your house, inside your house. And you really can't go nowhere, bro. That'd drive anybody crazy. And so I feel like personally he gonna get back out, but I don't feel like it's gonna be this year. I feel like if he was to get out, it'd be next year or 2026. I don't see Youngboy getting out in like this year. Definitely not this year. Probably next year, 2026. But you know he gonna pay for the best lawyer or whatnot to get out. So yeah.
out and robbed somebody, and they sent him to 6 months in juvie. Year after that, he got hit with an attempted M charge. November 28th, 2016, back when Youngboy was about 17, he got booked on an attempted M. They was trying to say he took place in an alleged drive-by, and they held that man on a $200,000 bond. But even though Youngboy was in all of these situations, he was still doing one thing. That man was out dropping music. He dropped about 5 different tapes of 2016, 3 in 2017. That man was locked in. And these wasn't like no regular songs. These was hits. I'm telling you, every other month, Youngboy had a different hit out. And if you remember music during that time, that's just a fact. And with him dropping music like this, of course he was gonna build his fan base. These fans just started flocking to him. But while this fan base was getting built, he just kept digging himself into more problems. Like back in 2018.
I mean, bro, he just didn't learn how to sit down somewhere. Look like you can't have all this money and still like just be ratchet and have the hood up. And you just gotta learn how to sit down somewhere, bro. And then he's steadily making babies with all these different women and stressing out, always smoking a cigarette, stressing about life. Mine, my life, grandma. Bro, like, just sit down. But I do feel like this nigga sold his soul, though. Because each time you see him, he don't ever smile. And he just look like he's just sad all the time. Like, bro, you got all this money, all these women, all these cars, all these clothes. You got everything that everybody want. And you still sad, which they say money don't bring happiness. But sure, he gets the bills paid, like what DJ Ghost said. I feel like money brings you a certain degree of happiness. As in, you got big money like Youngboy do, or just $1 million, anything like that, bro. I feel like just knowing that you good and you set, I feel like that should bring you some sort of joy or happiness. It may be materialism just in my head, but that's just me, bro. Like, if you broke in the trap or whatever, bro, you gonna be sad.
18 when he got into it with his girlfriend. Now I gotta watch what I say because this is on YouTube.
I ain't even gonna say you're gonna be sad, but you're gonna be something.
12 ain't hesitate to arrest him. TMZ wrote this. NBA Youngboy allegedly caught on camera body slamming his girl mere hours before he was arrested in Florida this weekend. TMZ obtained security footage of what we're told shows Youngboy throwing his girl. Sources say Youngboy and his girl fled by the time police arrived, but the footage and evidence found in their room was strong enough to issue a warrant. And after all that went down, his girl came to the media saying they was playing, blah, 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 but the judge seen right through that, and they ain't care. They locked him and denied his bail. But with time, they did give it to him.
And something else, I don't feel like his career is ruined because you gotta think he got a large fan base of kids and teens, bro. So regardless of what the media say, they still gonna mess with him just because he Youngboy and he dropped good music. So I don't feel like his career is ruined. You know, but he is kind of going out like Juice WRLD with all his music being leaked. I don't know how all his music is getting leaked, but hey.
They gave him a $75,000 bond, and over the next
And
2
even
years,
if his career is
Youngboy
over,
career
bro,
and
his
life
family
will
set
be
for the rest of
filled
their
with
life. He's
problems
set
from
for the
him
rest of his
beefing with
life.
rappers to just getting locked up every couple months. It was a dark time for Youngboy, but where everything will really get crazy for Youngboy, where everything will really go up a notch, will be the start of the 2020s. Yeah, before Youngboy was in a lot of problems, but this where most of these problems would catch up to him. Right before the turn of the new year, he was getting into it with his family, and it was real public. Back in November 2019, this man was arguing with his mama publicly. She was like, Youngboy kicked me out the house he bought. She was just talking crazy.
Don't do what Kentrell say. He won't do it. You know, he ain't gonna do it. And I ain't finna be rolled by it. I'm a grown woman. I didn't have you. You didn't make me. I made you. And guess what? If you want to do it that way, you can do it that way. I ain't kissing nobody's ass. Kendall can live there. TD can live. I ain't finna get rolled by nobody. And they can say what they want to say. They can get mad. He ain't gotta never give me another job in his lifetime. Not gonna give me a job. I'm good. I'm not pissed to get booed because you got money. It ain't finna get done.
That wasn't all 2019 had in store for him though. Right before 2020, he caught a plea deal. Remember that situation where he was fighting his girlfriend at that hotel? Well, it caught up to him, and that case turned from just an assault case to them trying to hit him with some kidnapping charges, because in that footage from earlier, he was dragging her back into the hotel room. So he was facing a lot of problems. XXL wrote, back on December 19th, the Bring 'Em Out rapper pled guilty to an alleged misdemeanor, simply battery family violence. As a result, prosecutors reportedly dropped the other charges, including kidnapping and aggravated assault.
A $15,000 fine, bro. That's like $1 to that nigga. Bro, a $1,500 fine is like $100 to that
jail
nigga.
time, but was sentenced to 12 months of probation, and he's required to take an anger management class. He also reportedly paid a $1,500 fine. That wasn't it for Youngboy. He had more problems on the way. Right at the start of 2020, his baby mamas, one of who is Floyd Mayweather's daughter, got arrested for stabbing his other baby mama. And just a couple months ago, in February 2024, the body cam footage from that day got released.
Okay. I was saying, so that's what I'm trying to say. So Mayweather dog, that's the one you said get out, right? That's the one you ain't want in the house, right? Yeah, that's the one you ain't want in the house. And that's the one, and then that's the one when you woke up, she was in the house.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to be outside the house.
When I woke up, she was on the porch.
Okay.
When I
One
woke up,
officer suspended, 111, officer suspended.
Yeah.
she like, I can't get on my phone.
Got you.
It's the porch. I'm like, I ain't bet. I'm walking the house. I had a phone upstairs on top of my Xbox.
Yeah.
And my smoke on.
Yeah.
Man, I come downstairs. She's sitting right there by the door in the chair. I hand her a phone. Man, get the.
How the they start fighting?
She ain't want to get out, man. I ain't want to put my hands on the bitch, man. Like, man, I'm
Hey, then that's when your other girl started.
No, man. I went got her. I told her, man, get the girl out of my house. Man, she get nice.
And then she went for the nice.
She went for the night.
Yeah.
But she not on violence. She, man, this my girl. I sleep with her. I know this girl.
Yeah.
Man, she on some this. So on a girl like this, and just grab her, man, the knife hit her.
Yeah, hit her.
Man, she ain't never stab her or nothing, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That makes sense. Cause it wasn't no big ass puncture wound on her.
So, why the wound look like that? It's cause she tried to grab her hard.
Yeah.
She ain't grabbing no soft.
Yeah.
Why the wound so
It's 324 from the 60-year-old east at the Jalapeno Mexican Cafe.
Girl, rich man, girl, night like this.
Within the location for a large party inside the restaurant, licensed total cars, sunlight bands.
Bro, why this nigga talk so funny, dog? It's so funny to me. Like, do all Louisiana people talk like this? That's from Baton Rouge.
Just talk to her.
People drinking the bar and waitress
I can't
tables,
say nothing.
955 at 124.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I thought she was dead, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie, she was badly f***ed.
And then I left and went for a walk, but I left my phone here. So then I came back to get my phone, and then I was still trying to stay at the house. And he was telling me to leave, and then I didn't know it was a girl here. She came down to fight me, and we had started fighting or whatever. And I just I ran and I grabbed knives out the kitchen, and then all I remember is her pulling my hair, and I just when she was pulling my hair, I just put my head down and I just swung the knives and I
she was upstairs?
Huh?
She was upstairs when you came?
She was, yeah, when I came in the house she was upstairs, but then she came downstairs.
She came down?
Yeah.
Okay, and what did she say when she came down?
telling me to get out the house.
She started telling you to get out of the house?
Yeah.
Okay, and what did you do?
I told her that I didn't have, like, he's my fiance, I don't have to leave the house.
Okay.
And then, that's when, like, she started, she tried fighting me or whatever. And then that's
I mean, what exactly she did?
I can't, I'm, like, in shock right now, so I can't really remember everything.
Okay, take your time.
But,
Did she come?
that's when my lip is busted. 'Cause
Okay.
we had started fighting. And then, so I had like, got away from her, and I went and I grabbed 2 knives. And then, she had, like, came back towards me. Like, she was, like, at first I was, like, running, like, away from her with the knives. And then she had, like, pulled my hair back. And then all I remember is she pulled my hair back, my head came back down. And then I just, like, swung the knives and I hit her.
But this situation ain't come without no problems. And before I tell you about that footage I just showed wasn't out then. But when a situation got reported on, somebody said Youngboy fully cooperated with the cops. Now Kodak or whoever was running his account during that time, because he was in jail, seen it, and they got on IG mad. And Kodak IG account wrote this. The hell they mean fully cooperate? They ain't said a little piece, they said fully. Anyways, man, that word ain't supposed to be attached to your name at Youngboy. Don't do that. I mean, I'm locked up, but this shit got it looking like you was on something else, trying to make sense of the situation. This made people look like you was scared of them. Was you scared that people was gonna try and charge you with it or something, so you scream? That ain't no man. You know, don't talk to them people. See, I'ma have to write you a letter and tie your shoes for you. And when Youngboy seen this, all hell broke loose. I'm talking about this nigga was on IG Live going crazy on Kodak. And it wasn't like no regular IG Live. This nigga had over 100,000 in the live while he was just snapping on Kodak. All Youngboy had to say though, I ain't never hated on no nigga, said no bad stuff or nothing. I stay to myself. These dudes be hurt about something. Why speak on me? I ain't do nothing. And even from jail, Kodak responded. He got on the jail call and spoke his mind.
Hey, boy, I'll make you do something, boy. For sure, boy. Yo, I'll keep posting, homie. Yo, I'll keep top chasing, nigga. In your voice, nigga. And make you do something, boy. Stop playing me, boy. For real, boy. Come on. A second. Come on. A second. Playing with a real one like that. You don't play with no man like that, man. Come on, second. Come on, a second. Homie. Yeah, man. The dog chat right there snapping for real. He really like lit for real.
But April will be filled with a lot more problems for Youngboy. See, during this time, he got online and was kind of going through it. And it had people.
I said this before and I'm saying it again. All these rappers that got all this money, ain't nobody gonna end up dead. Nobody's gonna end up dead. Youngboy ain't gonna be the person behind the gun. And Kodak most definitely ain't gonna be the person behind the gun if something like that was to happen. We're just gonna see hits going out. Hits for 100K, 250K, 20,000. Just hits, bro. Especially from Youngboy. That nigga don't be behind no gun. That nigga send out a hit.
Wondering if he was gonna hurt himself. He got on IG and posted. You know why I deleted the pictures off my page? Women trying to incriminate me, posted stupid stuff. Well, I guess the people that they down talking nigga with leaked it. I don't know. Just playing mind games. Well, I be playing mind games with myself, but I be letting it eat me up. And his fans was worried. It was people online finna break down because they thought something was gonna happen to Youngboy. But past that, he kept dropping music. He was just having #1 album after #1 album. But September 2022 will really be the start of Youngboy downfall. Yeah, over the years, he might have got arrested and arrested and arrested and arrested even more. But this time, it was different. The repercussions this arrest came with was nearly life-ruining.
The drama surrounding Baton Rouge native rapper NBA Youngboy continues. The rapper was arrested around 4:30 Tuesday morning on multiple drug charges.
There is a lot of drama surrounding him and the guys.
I bet you if he would just chill out, stop messing with so many women. Well, he already done messed with too many women. He can't go back from that. If he didn't start off messing with too many women, I bet y'all this man's name would not be getting brought up. So, not as in like fame wise, but just him with women. I bet y'all his name would not be getting brought up like that. And he would not be chiefing cigarettes, having so much baby mama drama. But Can't take the hood out the nigga.
that he associate with. We believe that some of those guys have been involved in criminal activity here in Baton Rouge.
The rapper was one of 16 arrested at the scene.
3 of them, I believe, were convicted felons. So they, if they didn't have weapons in their possession, they were around weapons.
According to BRPD, they all attempted to run upon their arrival.
There are individuals out there that started tossing their guns. Some started running. They were attempting to hide. There were a group of them that were attempting to hide.
The alleged suspicious behavior led police to search cars at the scene. They confiscated 14 guns, $79,000 in cash and drugs.
See, back in September 2020, he got booked on some drug charges, right? But these wasn't no regular drug charges. He got arrested with 15 others. The 20-year-old artist was taken into custody and booked at the East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office this morning. It's unclear if he's been released. Youngboy been hit with 3 different charges: possession of Schedule 1 drugs, distributing and manufacturing of Schedule 2 drugs, and distributing and manufacturing of Schedule 4 drugs. The specific kind of drugs in Youngboy's possession was not released, but according to the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, Schedule 1 drugs are drugs that are not currently accepted for medical use and have a high potential for abuse. Schedule 2 are considered to have high potential for abuse that could potentially lead to psychological or physical dependence. Schedule 4 has a
Schedule 4? What the heck is Schedule 4 drugs? Bro, I thought it was... I'm thinking this nigga finna be like 1, 2, 3. This man went from 2 to 4. So Schedule 2 drugs have high potential for abuse that could potentially lead to psychological or physical dependence. Schedule 1 drugs are drugs that are not currently accepted for medical use and have high potential for it. Schedule 1 drugs sound like weed. Schedule 2 drugs sound like... Schedule 2 drugs sound like pills? Maybe shrooms? I don't know. Mostly pills. Schedule 4 drugs have low potential for abuse and low risk of dependence. This categorization of drugs, I can't even see
low
the
risk
rest.
for potential of abuse and low risk for dependence. Basically, that nigga was moving something, and when cops searched the car, they found drugs, rifles, scales, all that. And some of these weapons were stolen. It was not looking good for Youngboy, but somehow.
All right, bro. We, as a rapper, I ain't even gonna say it's understandable because I don't smoke no more. You know, a lot of people have a high dependency on weed. You know, they're addicted. But why do you, as a rapper, have scales in the car? I mean, maybe, I don't know, bro. You get all this money from rapping. Now, I know he not serving. So, what the world he got scales
Somehow,
for?
he still got out because even after everything that they found, they gave him bond because they only charged him with one thing: possession of Schedule 1 drugs. But around this time, Youngboy couldn't stay out the news. Even though he wasn't present when this situation happened, his right-hand man had a part of playing it. King Von passing away. Y'all know what happened. Quando Rondo Mans killed Youngboy, and it started a whole war between Youngboy and Dirt. But that could be his own video. But remember that bond Youngboy got back in September 2020? It ain't last long, because just a few months later, in February 2021, feds started investigating this man again. They was investigating that drug case, because remember what I said, that wasn't normal. Youngboy and 15 other niggas was moving all of this, and so feds started investigating. And one day, they caught him. He was out in LA, and the FBI pulled up behind him, and he tried to run. He tried to take off, but it ain't work. So he hopped out on foot, tried to run from the feds, but they wasn't playing with him. They had the K9s out, and you know, when the K9s out, you not getting away. They caught him. He ain't getting no bond, and the feds knew what they was doing.
Bro, this feels like it was just yesterday. Like, it was so many videos. I was like, man, bro, this is Youngboy trying to run away from the K9s and stuff. Bro, that feels like that happened yesterday. That was like 3-4 years ago, nigga.
Because they called the investigation against Youngboy Operation Never Free Again. To me, it seemed like the feds was tired of everything Youngboy been doing in the streets, because there's been bodies that done dropped behind this man, and it's on record. They was trying to do this man bad, but by the time the end of the year came, they finally let him free. They let him on bond on one condition: house arrest. Real strict house arrest. TMZ wrote, Youngboy might be rejoicing about regaining his freedom until he stands trial. He on a tight leash, and he got to keep his nose clean, or else he'll land right back in the cell. His legal team tells us a condition of Youngboy's release includes home confinement in Utah, where his location is being monitored. How exactly they'll keep track of him isn't quite clear, whether it's electronic or physical surveillance, but we told authorities are keeping tabs. And so finally, that man was free. People was thinking he was just ready to get back to making some music, get back to making his money. But October 2021, he got free on bond, and by January 2022, that nigga was right back in the news. But it wasn't normal this time. The SWAT team raided a house he owned in Texas. But remember, he's on house arrest in Utah. This was a house where his mama and he had some people staying there. They said SWAT team raided the crib and 3 of his associates got arrested. Feds said it was in a connection to a shooting that happened back in November.
And something else too, bro. He might have to cut out some of these people up in his life. Like all these niggas he got around him that ain't the best influence, and all of them just getting high and still talking about killing folks. Like I get that's where Youngboy gets his money from. Talk about killing people, talk about depression and stuff. But at some point, whenever you got all this money, you just gotta weed out people that ain't good for you. Like let's be real. Like yeah, there may be the folks that you came up with, but you know, you still getting up in all this trouble. Either you the problem or they the problem. And eventually somewhere you either gotta weed them out your life or just fix you and just become a different leader.
But a month after Youngboy got off house arrest. But like I said, he didn't get arrested because he was on house arrest in Utah. But his name being tied into the feds once again while he is already on house arrest is not a good look. The judge gonna look at that and be like, what do you got going on? Past that, a new era of Youngboy came about. His I'm blackballed from music era. This all started a while ago, but he brought it to attention in early 2022. He got on YouTube and claimed his label was blackballing him because they took down his mixtape. Youngboy said, I was going #1 2 weeks straight with a mixtape, so they took it out the charts. I don't give a F. Y'all can't stop me. Don't sign to Atlanta if you an artist. They not gonna support you, especially if you live a certain way. And when Youngboy said this, a conversation sparked up that had people really wondering, is Youngboy blackballed?
Why do y'all think the industry support was so low?
I mean, well, bro, like, that's with any record deal, bro. Like, oh, you signed your life away. I feel like he sold his soul, like I said, bro. I feel like he sold his soul. You know, rappers, whenever they sign that deal, they get a small percentage. So most of what Youngboy make, like all the money that we see him with, he really supposed. If he was an independent artist, he would probably have double or triple the amount that he has now. Cause what he's getting, that's like, nigga. Here's what the industry giving him. Here you go. So that ain't really like what he got. That ain't really like the total amount that he made. You know, the music industry or whatnot, they taking a lot of his money. They taking a lot of that money. I ain't saying he broke or nothing. Definitely not saying that. That nigga far from broke, but I'm saying he's supposed to have a lot more money than what he actually have. Cause you know the label taking a lot of his money.
Low.
And that's
When
where
Drake
anybody
dropped,
that's signed
everybody
that
named
deal.
Mama posted his album. Everybody. And by the way, I understand why. Like, number one, if Drake hasn't helped you already, you want to stay in his good graces and you want to seem like you're supporting. Remember back in the day when artists like Dirk and even Meek, they used to tweet out that, yo, you don't post my album, they feel offended by it. You see nowadays, if Thug drops, the whole industry posts it. Gunna drops, the whole industry posts it. You get me? Travis drops, the whole industry posts it. Youngboy dropped, and it was not that many. Now, you might say, well, Youngboy don't nobody, and that's true. But I will say, and you tell me if any of these people posted it.
Then
Youngboy in the last year.
I feel like it's like what you rapping about. Youngboy talk about a lot of killing, bro, and he's always in trouble. Thug is like, this the most trouble we've seen Thug in. Gunna, that's the most trouble we've seen Gunna in. Lil Baby, you don't really see him up in no trouble. And all of them, they don't really talk about killing like that. Future, even though these are all Atlanta rappers, Future, that nigga don't talk about killing like that. And that's, me personally, I feel like that's why their albums get pushed and put out there a lot more compared to Youngboys. Youngboys, you know, you just gotta scroll on Instagram. We see a little bit about it, but
Has been on collabs with Future, Migos, Nicki Minaj. Did all of them post his album? Did they show the support? I think that Youngboy was used in a good capacity for other artists when they needed singles. Did they reciprocate? Now, you might say to yourself, and I'm answering my own questions too, well, this is a business. He probably got paid for a feature. People aren't entitled to support him back. That's true. I'll give you that. But it kind of shows me how cliquey the industry is.
But how do y'all feel about Youngboy being quote-unquote blackballed from the industry? Is it that he just don't mess with people? Or is it that people don't mess with him because all of the stuff he done did over the years? But over the next year or two, Youngboy just would be on house arrest, dropping music, really in the news every other week, too much for me to talk about. But there was a point in time where he was beefing with Bobby Shmurda. Back in 2020.
It's like I said, bro, bro, this was not 2020. This was like last year, my nigga. They was not beefing in 2020. Bro, your facts isn't facting. This was not 2020, but nah, if Youngboy would just stay out of trouble, keep his nose clean, bro, his albums would get put out there a lot more. But since he's always in trouble, dog, that's why they ain't gonna push his music out there like that. But you know, his fans and stuff still support him. You know, they gonna push his music and his albums and stuff, but as far as the label, nah.
Youngboy and Quando had dropped the album, right? And okay, that's fine. But they had Von's Killer on the first track of the project and was dissing Von throughout the album. And around this time, Rowdy Rebel, Bobby Shmurda's right-hand man, was speaking on the King Von situation.
Right. When King Von died, the little Tim, he didn't have to get out the car and start squeezing right away. Right. You already got your joint. Yo, back the what y'all doing with? Yeah, back with my bro real quick. Right. For me, like, he could have went that route off the rip. But his mind off the rip went to kill. How you went to kill? How much hate you had already to kill this man? Right. You feel what I'm saying? Was it the drugs? You had the upper hand to just clear the scene and just say, yo, chill. You had the upper hand was just like, yo, back and get your dog out of here. Right. But you already chose the murder route. When niggas gonna wake up to be like, yo, look, like chill, like ice up. Even when I had a show in North Carolina, I'm leaving out the show, me, Fetty, everybody. We inside already. We leaving out, like, yo, Face and Presser and Fetty and them. We like, yo, I'm in the front of the line, I don't even see what's going on. I hear one of them like, what? All right, let's go to the car, let's go to the car, let's go to the car.
I mean, bro, at the same time, it's karma too, dog. Like, I ain't saying the way they did King Von is right, but bro killed people. So, I mean, it's just karma, bro. Like, Von was trying to fight Lil Tim. Even though he wasn't fighting Lil Tim, he was fighting Quando Rondo. I mean, it's just karma, bro. That's how I see it.
Woke up, I'm drunk, I grab it. I'm like, yo, Fetty, like, yo, he ready there. I'm like, yo, Fetty, chill. Press a chill. This is my niggas. I'm like, yo, chill. I'm like, yo, bro, relax. All black. We leave in the club. You a little drunk, I'm a little drunk. I'm here to tell you, chill, bro. Relax. It ain't nothing like that. Whatever my son said, I'm here to tell you it's good.
And when Youngboy seen this, he got right to IG and he was basically like, what did you expect Lil Tim to do? Did you expect him to walk up and pump fake and die? Or did you expect him to pull out the gun and shoot? And this sparked their whole beef. After this, Bobby got on IG and responded.
Hey, though, be jacking everybody other shit. Hey, what you doing? What you doing, homie? Tell me about your brother's shooters and your brother's this and you always, but your brother, that what the f do you do? Huh? When you're gonna finally do something.
And after this, they was just back and forth arguing online.
Ben was crazy. I ain't even say this perm having name. Nigga wanna bring it top up. Say, bro, man, you be relevant and I said what I said, bro. You need a like me to keep you going. I ain't doing no falling around this.
Bro, I really did think when I said this up school, I thought Bobby Shmurda was gonna be popping still when he got out of prison. This nigga music trash. It's trash.
You don't want to jump out the truck and pump fake and then get shot in his face? Man, you sound stupid as the fuck, man. You dumb, man. Say, bro, I don't no problem with you, man.
I'm a crazy old man, so somebody tells me this. I wasn't even talking about him, you understand? I wasn't even talking about you understand, little? But what you do is that y'all get on this internet, y'all make these internet, these social media running y'all internet and running y'all labels or little word.
Bobby Shmurda is a real one though, bro. He took how long was it? 7 years? I believe it was 7 years, if I ain't mistaken. That man, instead of ratting, he took that 7 years, bro. He a real one.
On white.
That's a real friend.
I spend money on the club, and then academics and all y'all playing with y'all little life. Y'all playing with. Do you understand what I'm saying? You hear me? Look. All right, cool. Cause I'm 2-0 for the year already on parole. $1 million up. 2-0 for the year. Nigga, stop playing me. Anyway, long story short, I was even talking about you, little. But you got yourself some. But when I catch y'all, or DJ Academic, everybody, bro, any I catch like whack, any to record this, I'm going to boom them on camera. On camera, live, on parole. I don't give a I'm gonna boom one of these on camera. On my dead grandmother. This nigga called my name and called my name already. And whack, all y'all niggas, when I catch y'all on my dead grandmother, I'm gonna boom y'all. On camera. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
But all this leads us
this
to
was the weirdest beef, bro. Bobby Shmurda, NBA Youngboy, that's the weirdest beef.
But this wasn't no little regular mess up. April 2024, 12 not. And this was truly the beginning of the end. He got arrested once again on some wild charges. They said he had weapons, drugs, was trying to do identity fraud, forgery in an attempt to get some drugs. And this just wasn't nothing small. This wasn't no little small fraud. They tried to say he was running a fraud ring. They is hitting this man with 63 counts for his alleged involvement in his fraud ring. According to the report, police believe Top was a part of a scheme that involved calling in fraudulent prescriptions with fake patient names and birth dates using.
And bro, you got all this money, all these cars. Like, the only time we see this nigga smiling is whenever he going to jail. Why? Y'all see how happy this nigga look? Hold up. Y'all look and see how happy this nigga is. Look, he happy to go to jail.
Get some drugs, and this just wasn't nothing small.
Why is this the only time this nigga be smiling, bro? It's weird. It's like he want to spend the rest of his life in jail.
With 63.
Look at this. Out of these past 4 years, this is the only time this nigga done smiled. Why? You got everything that everybody want, and you throwing it down the toilet. And this shovel tattoo on the side of his head is weird, bro. It's weird. Bro, this just goes to show, I don't know. Can money ruin you up in a way? Like, Mike Tyson had 400 M's, and this nigga, court case after court case after court case. Tons of allegations. Like, does money ruin you psychologically or something, bro? Does it?
3 counts for his alleged involvement in his fraud ring. According to the report, police believe Top was a part of a scheme that involved calling in fraudulent prescriptions with fake patient names and birth dates using real names of real doctors. The rapper associates would pick the drugs up from pharmacies in the area. In total, the rapper faces 20 counts of identity fraud, 20 counts of obtaining prescription under false pretense.
Bro, why not just smoke? Why is he taking pills? It's like, I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not rich enough.
20 counts of forgery and 1
I don't
count
get
of
it.
possession of a dangerous weapon by a restricted person engaging in a pattern of unlawful activity and possession of a controlled substance. And I don't know how this is gonna turn out for him. He done had so many chances over the years. 12 done let him off the hook so many times, but I don't think it's gonna end well this time. This time is different. This nigga was on house arrest again, house arrest again. Then he gonna do this while he on house arrest. And why I don't say this gonna end well, because back in April, he went to court, and originally they had $100,000 bond on the table, but it got revoked because he had a no bail warrant for a firearm by a restricted person and 2 counts of fraudulently obtained prescriptions. So the judge looked at that and threw the bond out the window. They said he was a flight risk, but that ain't the end of his story. He had a court date 2 days ago where his fans got in the virtual court hearing and was talking crazy to the judge. They was just screaming free Youngboy, calling the judge a bitch, doing all of this, doing all of that, probably making the situation worse for Youngboy.
That may result in another preliminary hearing.
Free YB, man. Free YB.
Everyone needs to stay muted. Okay.
Free YB.
All right. Mr. Galden's case has already been called. He's done with court today. For those of you interested, everyone keep yourselves muted.
Free YB.
Free YB.
Free YB. Shut up.
Like I said, I don't know how this case finna turn out for Youngboy. I don't think it's gonna be good. Hip hop just ain't been in a good place in a minute. Like with XXL, they freshman list been getting worse by the year, and you can find.
Bro, I swear, bro, the last straight XXL freshman class was like what? 2016, 2017, maybe 2018. Bruh, I don't even pay attention to that no more. Like, the XXL freshman, trash, bro. Like, for the past, like, 6, 7 years, bro, that stuff been trash, bro. No cap.
Find out how XXL is turning the industry
But I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. For some reason,
against them.
this dude video cuts out, like, with no good ending. But I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Love you guys. Y'all keep y'all heads up with whatever y'all got going up in life. And stay on y'all grind, stay on y'all pivot, keep going.